All right. All right, so we got the recording started. So now we will jump right into Kiwanis Family Networking. So November is Kiwanis Family Month. So thank you all for joining us. And we're gonna get started with Pennsylvania Kiwanis and what Kiwanis has going on. So Mike, if you are able to hop on and chat, that would be great.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm coming to you from the very top of Citizens Bank Park, section 413. How are we doing today?
Cheering for the Phillies here.
Right. I don't know if you guys can see me. I can see you, but I don't want to stay on long here because it's loud. I apologize. I'm not supposed to have this conflict and rain out last night. So unfortunately, the World Series tickets won out over talking with you guys tonight.
Yes, so Mike had other priorities. So we're gonna pass it over to Conrad to go ahead and just talk a little about what Kiwanis is doing while Mike enjoys the World Series game.
All right, so folks, good evening. I'm Conrad Schlesinger, Governor-elect, and I will report that Governor Mike is currently doing his regional meetings across the district. I know he was recently in Division 1 or Region 1 and Region 2. Region and others I know he's had. I will report that about 2 weeks ago, I spent about 4 days out in Indianapolis for the governor-elect training. It was 3 very intense days filled with a lot of information. And as they indicated when we walked in the door out there, they were going to be, we were going to be partaking of the Kiwanis Kool-Aid, and we sure did. So that's what Kiwanis is currently up to. Brittany?
All right, thank you for that update. And then we are going to move on over to Action Club, and our Action Club administrator, Barb, is here with us tonight. So she'll go ahead and fill us in on what they are up to.
Good evening, folks. How are you? Just a couple things about Action Club. I know we're all coming out of the pandemic, and Action Club was probably the hardest hit SLP, given the nature of the individuals and their level of need and support. But we do have 9 clubs that are active, and boy, are they active. They give, they're doing a lot of different types of service. We did have our district convention in August. It was the week after our Kiwanis district convention. And there we had a music theme, and we wanted to be part of the governor's project for the Little Free Libraries. So they had a book drive that they donated books, and they made over 200 bookmarks that will be distributed to the clubs that have the Little Free Libraries, that won the Little Free Libraries from the district. So, and as we add more Little Free Libraries, I'm sure we'd be able to make more bookmarks. So that was the way we were contributing. And we also meet quarterly online, and we started that during the pandemic. And we just had our Halloween one a couple weeks ago. We had a little Halloween party, a little Halloween scavenger hunt, had a little bit of fun. And the dates for the other quarterly meetings are up on the district calendar. So if you'd like to join those, they are via Zoom. So stay tuned and look for more to come with Action Club.
All right, thank you, Barb. Lots of great things happening there. All right, up next we have Circle K. I believe we have Governor Emma here today and Administrator Jody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma Ghilardi, and I'm the Pennsylvania Circle K Governor. First, I just want to say thank you for having this event as well as allowing me to come. So to give you some updates of what Circle K is doing. So recently we just had our fall rallies. So that was a district event. We had 3 of them and they were all on Zoom and the turnout was pretty good. So they were in October, and during the fall rallies, we played bingo games, we did a Kahoot, and we also gave presentations on like upcoming Circle K things like dues per se, and then also presentations on like our report forms and things to just keep the district updated. Something that's coming up is another district event called Interpack. That is happening November 11th through the 13th, and that'll be our first in-person district event. So we're all pretty excited for that. The theme is Knights of Service, so it's like a medieval theme. So again, we're really excited. And then a final update is just something my home club is doing. So I go to Teal College, so that's like kind of by Erie. It's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. So next week, my home club is actually going over a Kiwanians house, and we're having like a club meeting with them, and they're making us dinner, and we're really excited, and we're doing like an activity with some of the local Kiwanians.
Thanks for sharing. That sounds like a great way to interact with your Kiwanis clubs in the area, and a really good idea for Kiwanis clubs to help support their Circle K members, especially with feeding them. They always love that. Thank you for sharing, Emma. Jody, did you have anything you wanted to add about what's going on the administrative side of Circle K? All right. Up next, we are going to go with Key Leaders. So these are our service leadership programs for our high school students. So we have Key Leader and Key Club. And here tonight we have Matt Wise, our Key Leader administrator.
Thanks, Brittany. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening. Key Leader is it's absolutely fascinating program that Kiwanis has sponsored for those high schoolers in grades 8 through 12 or graduating in that year. Our Key Leader program this year is going to be held on April the 21st to 22nd, 2023, with registration opening in January. We'll send notices out to the district through members, through newsletters, on Facebook and social media, and on our website. So it'll be just about everywhere that you can go to get information, as well as all of the district publications. It's held at the South Mountain YMCA camp near Reading. And for those of you who may not have heard about Key Leader before, it is a weekend-long leadership program for high school students and graduating 8th grade students, like I had mentioned before. The mission of the program is to inspire these young people to achieve their personal best through service leadership. It has been in a lot of different programs throughout the world, and it walks these students through large group and small group discussions with personal reflection time, challenge course, usually some video-based activities. And we bring in a lead facilitator from Kiwanis International, whose role is to facilitate this program. Our committee's role is to do the logistics and make sure that we get there. And then this person helps the participants to reflect on their values, learn about goal setting, and walk through the 6 key leader principles, which are very quickly service leadership program or service leadership, personal integrity, personal growth, respect, community, and personal excellence. I'm thinking that you're wondering how you can help. Well, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. The first one would be to send students. It does cost. We're working out the costs right now, but it's usually around $150 to $175 per student. If you don't work with a high school currently, contact your local high school and talk to them about the program. We have materials available that are designed strictly for talking to school administrators. If not, contact me and offer to pay for a scholarship for a student or two. We oftentimes get clubs that contact us that, you know, they can afford a couple students, but they have more that are interested in going. And this is truly a life-changing program for these high school students. So that's something that they really would benefit from. So we hope to not turn anybody away if we still have openings. And then lastly, we always are open for supply donations, and we'll bring a list out in the beginning of the year for that. And that's anywhere from snacks to poster supplies and everything in between. It is just a wonderful weekend program. And if you have any questions, we're going to do the breakout room a little later, but my contact information will be shared as well. And I'd love to talk more about this program. I could talk all day long about it, so I'll stop now. That's all my notes allowed me for.
All right. Thank you, Matt. So Key Leader is fantastic. And as somebody who works in youth programming, it is actually a very, very good cost. A lot of weekend programs, especially for leadership development that include everything for the weekend, is a lot more than what Key Leader charges. So
agree. And I should, if I could, just throw out a quick shout out to the Pennsylvania Kiwanis Foundation, who usually provides us enough funding to keep the cost down for the students. So what we actually pay out to Kiwanis for the program is a lot more than what we bring in from the students. And that's thanks largely to generous donations from clubs, but also from the Pennsylvania Kiwanis Foundation.
yes, so wonderful foundation that we have. All right, up next is going to be Kathy filling in on Key Club and letting us know what Key Club is up to. Kathy, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Brittany. Thanks, everyone, for being on the call this evening. I'll just do really brief, as Matthew said, then, you know, you can ask your questions in the breakouts. Currently, as of right now, we have 169 Key Clubs in Pennsylvania District. 138 of them are active. And what that means is we've had 138 of them paying dues. So it is that time of year where dues are due with the Key Clubs. And, you know, we're just waiting for them to pay. We do have one new registered Key Club, and I believe there's one, well, I know there's one from the Philly area, and I'm excited to say as of around noon today, there's another one in our division as well. What's Key Club been up to? We recently had the fall rally at Knoebels, and it was very successful. We were very excited. We did a little different this year, and it worked out quite well. Our next board meeting that we're having with everyone is November 19th, and that's when we start, you know, finishing up some things and continue working on their Kiwanis convention that they're having this coming year. That's all I have for right now. I'll answer any questions in the break room. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Very exciting that we have a new club in our division. Yeah, I'm a former lieutenant governor of Kathy's. So, all right. And then up next, we have Builders Club. Do we have anyone from Builders Club here on the call to talk about what they are up to? All right. Kevin, would you like to talk real briefly about anything Builders Club?
It's our middle school program, of course, and in service leadership program. The Builders Club program has struggled a little bit with the COVID situation. Its membership and the number of clubs were down significantly. However, we are seeing a rebound, and hopefully the rebound will continue through this school year. So I, in fact, expect it to. That's really all I would have to offer right off the top of my head on Builders Club.
All right, thanks. And then I'm gonna just keep you on as well because I don't see Janet on the call to talk about K-Kids. Do we have anything new going on with them?
I would echo the same remarks that I just gave with Builders Club. Builders Club and K-Kids in particular seem and Action Club for that matter, seem to initially suffer were adversely impacted by COVID. However, I see all these programs rebounding, and hopefully the next year or two, we'll see them back to levels where they were prior to the pandemic.
Right, I agree. I know my Kiwanis Club has a very active new builders club. They started last year, and I wish they were the model builders club for all builders clubs. They're fantastic. All right. So that wraps up just our real brief. What is everyone up to? And then this is where the breakout rooms. So in the breakout rooms, we'll have the different representatives of our service leadership programs there to just kind of talk about what is going on. If you have specific questions about how your club can help, or have stories to share with them about what your Key Club or Builders Club or Circle K are doing, I'm sure that they would love to hear that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms, and you are welcome to stay and chat in the room as long as you would like. When the chats are over, the session is over, and we hope that we will see you on November 28th for our Power Hour for officers, where you can get together and talk about best practices that your club has with other officers from around the district. Registration information will be going out starting tomorrow for that session. So I'm going to go ahead and open the breakout rooms, and I'll be here in the main room if you need help getting into a breakout room.